Hello again, fam. It's a girl Praise and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please join the family and subscribe. And if you're a regular, thank you so much for coming back and thank you so much for helping me grow my channel. It means a lot. So, as you read the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about other Ausbildungen that you can do in Germany. I mean, it's not just flaky, there are other Ausbildungen too that I find interesting. So, I'm going to talk about 5 Ausbildungs that I found interesting, and I'm sure there are more, but I'm just going to touch on these 5 Ausbildungs, just telling you the basics, like what is needed, how much you earn before or during the Ausbildung and after the Ausbildung, and how long the Ausbildung takes. And then if you find something interesting, you have to make sure that you go to the nearest school that offers that Ausbildung, or and find out more information whether you're qualified or not and what you need to do to get in that Ausbildung. So let's start. Ausbildung that I'm going to talk about is the Erzieher/Erzieherinnen Ausbildung. Here you're going to be learning to be an educator, a teacher for kindergarten for kids ranging from 1 to 6 years. So you learn everything about kids, everything that you need to know and able to qualify in this field, okay? And you also learn like psychology, how to go about kids with different situations and all that. So in this Ausbildung, it takes 3 years, but also it can be done in Vollzeit or Teilzeit. So Vollzeit will be the 3 years, and then if you do it in Teilzeit, it might take you longer to finish, meaning you have to do 1 year extra so that you finish the Ausbildung. And also, the Ausbildung is also divided into 2 parts. There's the klassische Ausbildung, and then there is the praxisintegrierte Ausbildung. The klassische Ausbildung, you have 2 years just concentrating more on theory, and in those 2 years you take 4 days in a week, 4 days at school, 1 day at work. So that means it's more theory based, like those 2 years when you do the klassische Ausbildung. And then on the 3rd year, when you're now in the 3rd year and last year, you now do more time, like it changes, you do more time in the praxis Einsatz, and then you do lesser time in the school. So during this time you'll be paid in the last year. So this one is okay, but it's okay for people that want to like concentrate just on the theory only and then go to work after. Like, I don't know, who are not really able to balance work and school at the same time. And then there is the praxisintegrierte Ausbildung, which is what we do like in the Pflege, school and work at the same time. So the praxisintegrierte Ausbildung, most of it, you have 3 days work, you have 2 days school, or 2 days school, 3 days work. It's different every year. For this one, you're being paid every month by your praxis Einsatz. So that is quite interesting. I mean, when you're staying alone in Germany, there are a lot of things that you need to take care of, like payments, rent, food, and all that. So I think this one is most practical for most people that stay alone, like you're going to school and work at the same time. It might sound hard to balance, but a lot of people are doing it, so you can be able to balance it. And then let's talk about the Gehalt. What do you get when you're doing this Ausbildung? So every year the Gehalt changes, like the loan, what you get, like what you're being paid, it changes every year. So I'm going to quickly just check because I wrote it down so that I don't tell you lies. So in the first year you get 191 euros brutto, which I find okay. And then in the second year you get 1,257 euros. In the third year you get 1,353 euros. So that is almost like Pflege Gehalt. I basically think that is the same as the Pflegegehalt. But then in this Ausbildung, the nice thing is that when schools close, you close. When there's a holiday, there's a holiday. Like you don't have to go to work. Just like who are doing in the Pflege, when there's a holiday, you might have to work sometimes you might not have to work. But this one, when there's a holiday, schools are closed. So that's one of the advantages. And weekends, you don't work. So that's another advantage for people that don't want to work during the weekends. So what do you get? Most people ask themselves, what am I going to get after I do this Ausbildung? That's a very important question. And I got you. So after the Ausbildung, you're going to be getting 2,932 euros brutto. But the good part is every single year, as you gain more experience, you get to earn more money, and that's a good thing. So you're not going to stay on the 2,900 euros, but you're going to get to 3,000, and as you get more experience, the money is going to keep growing and growing and growing. Okay, so that was the Erzieherinnen or Erzieherinnen or Erzieherausbildung. Both men and women can do it. So now we move on to another one. So another interesting Ausbildung that I'm going to talk about is the Verkäufer Ausbildung. So Verkäufer oder Verkäuferin. So this one you can do it you in a Berufsfachschule and also in a retail store like Rewe, Penny, JM, all that. So this one, your job, basically you're being trained to be able to work in those stores. We all know what happens in the retail, in the supermarket. They are cashiers, they are people that pick things like and people that talk to customers and people that check expiry dates of food and all that. So basically in this Ausbildung, that's what you'll be learning. So you are like an all-rounder. You are not going to be just doing one thing, but then it changes every day. So which is something that I find interesting and you won't get bored. So the Ausbildung is 2 years long, and which is not bad. And in the first year, you're going to be earning 834 euros brutto, which is not much. And in the second year, you'll be getting 965 euros brutto. So after tax, that money may just go down a little bit, maybe by 100 euros or 150 euros. So if you are a person that is staying alone and you want to do this one, consider looking for a cheaper apartment, a cheaper place to stay so that you can be able to manage your finances, because the money is not that much. And also, after you are done, that is always the question, what am I going to be getting after I'm done? You're going to be getting 1,739 euros when you're done with Ausbildung. And also the interesting part is there's always a vital building, like you can always grow from it. This is just like a stepping stone. And if you're really interested in working in the retail stores and all that, you can start with this one and then you grow and do something else. You grow and learn more things like Verkäufer, advanced, or whatever. Like there are more things that you can learn from it. So this is just a stepping stone, and then you keep growing from there. And also another interesting thing is that you need to be good in math. Like you'll be dealing with money. If you're a cashier, you'll be dealing with money. You need to be fast. We know how the pressure is when you're in the supermarket. So you need to be good with your money and with your maths and all that. So basically that's it, and I think it's very interesting. But remember what I said, if you're interested in doing it, look for a Berufsfachschule that you can go to and talk to them, and then they'll advise you whether you're qualified or not. But it just needs your secondary school like certificates, your Anerkennung, and you'll be fine. And then we move on to another one, which is the Bankkauffrau slash Bankkaufmann Ausbildung. This one is interesting. I was once interested in doing it though, but then yeah, I shape shifted to something else. But it's very interesting, and you will be working in banks, like it's very clear, Bankkauffrau, Bankkaufmann. And so that means you'll be a bank teller, and Ausbildung is 3 years long. It's 3 years long, and you'll be doing the work and the school at the same time, like going to a Berufsfachschule and also going to work at the same time. And another good thing is, in this case, the whole weekend you don't work. In the Verkäuferausbildung, you work on Saturdays sometimes, and you work also shift out, but like you are changing. Sometimes you start in the morning, sometimes you start in the afternoon, and all that. And in this one, Bankkaufmann, Bankkauffrau, you only going to work in the mornings. There's no shift arbeit. Like there is no spät shift. You only start your work at 8:30 or 9 to 5, and then that's it. Okay. And the good thing is weekends, no matter what you want work, there is no work. So you have your weekends to yourself and you can enjoy them. So the most important question is, what am I getting during this Ausbildung? Okay, so the first year you'll be getting 1,056 euros, which is not bad because maybe after Steuer you'll be at around 800 euros. So I think this one is okay. And second year you'll be getting 1,090 euros. They only increase it 40 euros, so it's not that much, and also it's not that bad. So yeah, you just have to hold on. And then in the third year you'll be getting 1,150 euros, so that means now you'll be around 900 euros netto, somewhere there. And here you also have to be good with your accounts, and you have to be good with maths. But accounts basically is that one that you need. And also you need to have your English also. That is another advantage that we have as English speakers, that it will help you to this Ausbildung. And then what do I get after I'm done with Ausbildung? After the 3 years you're done with Ausbildung, you get to earn 2,600 euros every month. And that is not bad, basically, because another advantage that's there is that the money is going to keep increasing every year. With more experience that you gain, the money increases also. So that's a good thing. That's an investment on yourself. So yeah. And then we're going to move on to another one, which is the Hotelfachmann or the Hotelfachfrau Ausbildung. So this one is also interesting for those people that did tourism and hospitality back home or wherever. This could be another opportunity for you to like learn again what you did, and you're doing something that is not completely new. Because when people come here, most of the times you would have done something else different back home, and then now you get in the play, it's very different. And or But if you have that foundation in hotel and tourism, hospitality, what okay, you can get yourself informed about this Ausbildung, and maybe it'll be interesting to do something that you're kind of familiar with. So this one is also 3 years long, and what you do is you basically look after your clients. Like, you do the check-ins, the check-outs, you inform your clients in other bigger hotels, and all, you help your clients move their baggage, like going upstairs and whatever in their room. You show them their rooms. You also do event planning, which I find interesting. And you also do organizations. Like, you are just, I think it's a fun environment to work in, especially when you have that background that you have before, or when you're just interested in getting to meet new people every day, because every day is different. You don't meet the same people. So yeah, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is how much do you earn during this Ausbildung. That's a very important question. So in the first year of this Ausbildung, the thing is that you don't really earn much, but I think it's worth it though. The thing is, in the first year, you earn 767 euros. That is in the first year, and that is brutto. So that means after tax, you will be maybe around 550 euros or 580 euros. So basically, if you're staying alone, that means you need to make sure that you find the cheapest vacay to stay in if you want to do this one, so that you can survive. And also, in the second year, you earn a little bit more, which is 878 euros. So that's a little bit more, but it's not much. And then in the third year, you earn 1,018 euros. So now you are paying around 800 to 900 euros netto. So that is not bad. And then afterwards, that's another very important question. You start to earn 1,800 euros brutto, or even more. It depends on where you're working. And this one, the good thing is, another advantage actually that we have is, if you don't just speak German, you speak English, you speak French, you speak Spanish. If you speak different languages, it puts you at a greater advantage, and you even get to work with bigger and better hotels and all that. So think about this. It's very interesting, and you can also grow from this Ausbildung to do something better, the hotel management, and it's something interesting. So this is just another stepping stone, and you can further your studies in it and work with bigger and better companies. So a joint Ausbildung might not be easy to do because the Gehalt is not that much, the money you're earning is not that much. But girl, oh boy, afterwards you can grow yourself and even be open to big opportunities and traveling even. Okay, so the other one that I'm going to talk about is the Notfall-Sanitäterin Ausbildung. That is those people that work in the not for like how do I put this? You are working basically with the ambulances, like Krankenwagen, when they are not found, when there's an emergency, when there's, something bad that has happened. You are just there with the doctor, or you're just there with someone who's your senior. And yeah, I find it interesting. For this is a job, the type of job where someone doesn't want to stay in one place. That's what I'm gonna say, because you're here, you're there, because every day something different is happening. So I think it's a different and nice experience for someone who doesn't really want to stay in one place. So for this one, you can work in the Rettungsdienst. You can work with Krankenwagens in a Krankentransport, and then you can work with the Feuerwehr, which is very interesting, and you can work in the Blutspendedienst. That's a very important dienst, the Blutspendedienst. And what you basically do is you assist the doctor, the emergency doctor. You move around with them. If there's a notfall, you think the Kleinigkeit, the little things that need to be done, you're just there assisting very fast here and there. And also you are the one person maybe that informs them families of the person who has been hurt or whatever. You're taking care of them, you're trying to calm them down, you're doing all that. But I think it's a very interesting job, but at the same time, for me, I wouldn't do it because I am scared of when there's an emergency. It's obvious there's something bad happening. I'll always have my heart like, just going fast and pumping so fast. So that is basically what you're doing. And when I researched the gear house on this, it's very, very different every single way that you go, but it's not that bad. In the first year, you get 800 euros, and it's different in by Bundesland, it's different by where you're being employed, but you can get 800 to 900 euros in the first year, and in the second year you can get about 1090 euros, in the third year 1200 euros to 1300 euros. Like I said, it's different. So if you're interested, do that again. Look for a school that offers this Ausbildung and lass dich informieren. Ask for advice, ask if you're qualified, ask exactly what they need and all that. But basically, I think it's quite interesting. So guys, these are the Ausbildungs that I wanted to share with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this information and you are going to find out more and all that. So if there's another topic that you want me to talk about and share, please don't hesitate to leave your comments down below. Don't hesitate to share, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.